It is 6 minutes past 11. You are listening to the Mid Morning Talk on Salam Media. The Communities and Justice Program is currently taking place, and joining me right now is Gauteng Provincial. I don't know why I keep messing this word up, but Gauteng Provincial Coordinator of Safer South Africa Foundation, Edna Mamonyane. Good morning, Edna. Thank you for joining me.
Good morning, Miriam, and good morning to Salam listeners this morning.
Give us a brief reintroduction into the Safer South Africa Foundation. What is it?
Miriam, I need to one day come to the studio and then we can do a whole show about what South Africa is doing. But in Johannesburg, in Gauteng, actually in Gauteng, I am the coordinator for Safer South Africa. We have other coordinators throughout all other provinces. We take our youth at school through what we call the Communities and Justice Program. What happens, Miriam, is I will go to all the security clusters, starting with South African Police Services, Metro Police, where is a metro or traffic official, then go to the NPA, go to the correctional service, as well as to the human rights and the what we call BASA, Banking Association South Africa. Bring all these stakeholders together when we have identified a school or when we have people that would like to sponsor the program. The program was funded by POPCRU, the Union for Prisons and Police, they started it because they wanted to be proactive rather than reactive, because we want to make sure that the kids go on this journey to find out what is our justice system, how is it structured, who does what, and when. So after I bring all stakeholders together, I start by explaining to the youth when the school has been identified, and then the parents have signed in consent form to agree that their children must go on the program. And then I will have the children and address them and tell them what to expect. Then the SAPS will have 2 days to come. The first day, they will explain to the children what is South Africa.
Now, what is the Communities and Justice Program all about?
It's about teaching the youth about our justice system, what happens to them, about the crimes that happen. So we are proactive in showing them that if you commit a crime, SAPS come and arrest you. And then
Exactly.
Maybe Metro Police will arrest you. Maybe you get arrested by a traffic official. And then what happens? You are taken to a police station, a docket will be open. What happens to that docket? The docket then goes to the NPA. Then we'll have a prosecutor that will explain to the children what the NPA is doing. The docket will be prepared, goes to court, and then you will then the court procedures will begin. If you are found guilty, obviously, then it means we will go through and be sent to a correctional facility. When you go to a correctional facility now, you must know that you have been sentenced for whatever amount of time that you are going to spend in the correctional. But the youth needs to know, once you have gone through that process, you have a bigger problem now, because there will be issues of you having a criminal record. Once we have had the NPA speaking to the kids and explaining the role of the NPA, then we will have the human rights who will come and then explain to the children about our constitution, about the rights of the children, because the children sometimes will say, a person is arrested, and then after so many months the person is free and come back to the community. And then why doesn't the justice make sure that there must be a death sentence? That's human rights will come and say, our constitution says everybody has got the right to life. So then they explain the Constitution as the kids, that you have the right to education, the right to food, the right to clothes. Parents must take care of you. When we are done, Banking Association of South Africa comes, and then what they do is teach the children the financial literacy. When we are done with that, like I will be doing in Gauteng tomorrow, I have a award ceremony for the children of the Tulwazi Secondary School in Vosloorus, where they will then be getting certificates because they have finished 12 days non-stop with me in the program. And we have had people, some businesses would come on board. Like now we have the Clinics Health Group who have been partnering with us in Vosloorus, in Meadowlands, and in Sebokeng, and then we will be going to Diepkloof with them. Where they helped us so that we can be able to make sure that we reach the children, and we reach them after school from 2 to 4, and we do the program with them. So tomorrow I'm giving the certificate that they went through the program. So it's their award ceremony in Johannesburg. And this now, after the kids went through with this program, most of them turn around, Miriam, and say, wow, I did not know. I went to the correctional facility. I found that there were kids that were 15 or 18 years that had been arrested because they stepped someone. Some of them actually are in the correctional because they were found guilty of murder. So the kids now have a different perspective of what our security cluster are doing.
Oh no, that's amazing work. Now, how is the impact of the program measured? Has it been impactful to the youth in the particular communities? How are they integrating within society after having gone through this program?
Like I said, Miriam, maybe one day in Gauteng, what we can do, we'll start with you. That we take some of the kids that are schools that we finished a long time ago. Some of them have gone there back now. They are at universities, and they still talk about a safer South Africa and how the program impacted on them. And some of them, I am proud to say, our CEO, General Riapia, normally say to all of us as coordinators, says, you know what, just save one starfish at a time for me, just one starfish. I am happy. So these kids to us, they are our starfishes. We save one at a time. And I am very proud. I sleep at night, Miriam, because I have now, where I am, I have a boy that stood out in court when we went to court for the visiting court and raised the hand to the prosecutor and say, I smoke that. I have a problem with that. Please. Now this child is saying to me, Mamonyane, please help me find a rehab for me because I have been a problem to my mom. I want to change. After going through this journey with you, Mom Edna, I want to be a different child. I want to tell all my friends, my gang, my group that I have. I told them I'm not with them anymore. So I saw what happens in the life of my same age group of kids that were at school that are now in juvenile prison. I saw their life is not nice in the correctional.
Wow, I'm glad that there is such a program for school-going kids, because if you don't nip it in the bud, if you don't put a stop to it right now, like you mentioned, there will be a lot of juveniles, a lot of kids in juveniles centers looking for help, wanting to become better people for society and for themselves and for their families as well. It is such a sad state, but something can be done, and something is being done with the Communities and Justice Program. Edna, please stay with us. We're going to take a quick break and we'll continue thereafter.
Tune into Salam Media via audio stream or watch live facebook.com/Salam Media.
There's no smell that takes me back to the comfort of my childhood than the smell of black seed oil being applied by my nanny. Now I'm using Tib home to soothe sniffles and coughs, to help with digestion and immunity, and of course, as part of my beauty routine. After all these years, I've come to appreciate the wisdom in finding comfort and shifa in trusted treatments like Tib Black Seed. You can find Tib Black Seed at all leading pharmacies or find out more at blackseed.co.za.
Whoever fasts Ashura, it is as if he has fasted the entire year. And whoever gives charity this day, it is like the charity of an entire year. Donate from only 500 Rand this month of Muharram to any of our campaigns and reap the rewards. Visit our website at www.pennyappeal.org.za to do a quick and easy donation, or visit the site for more information on our Thirst Relief, Orphan Kind, Hifts Orphan, Feed Our World and the Mosque Project. Penny Appeal. Small change, big difference.
Shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness. And every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and free zakat calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
When the perfect blend of stylish decor, exquisite halal cuisine, and warm hospitality come together, it could only mean Al Bayt Lodge, your true home away from home. Al Bayt is the ideal heaven for families, business people, and tourists with its 4-star family rooms and other luxurious facilities. Conveniently situated close to Port Elizabeth Airport, the beach, and other amenities, your stay will be truly unforgettable, as you'll be taking home lasting memories of the warm hospitality, the serenity and tranquility that Al Bayt has to offer. For reservations, call 041 583 6415 or visit www.albaytlodge.co.za.
Listen to something fresh. Listen to Salam Media, your humanitarian broadcaster.
Welcome back. You are listening to the Mid-Morning Talk on Salam Media. It is 18 minutes past 11. We are talking about the Communities and Justice Program with Gauteng Provincial Coordinator of Safer South Africa Foundation, Edna Mamonyane. Edna told us about the impact that this program has had on some of the students, and some of the students who will be awarded tomorrow at the Letulwazi Secondary School. Edna, thank you for staying with us. Letulwazi is one of the schools that have participated. Which other schools have been involved in the program?
Miriam, we have had a lot of schools throughout the country. When I came in, I did 2 schools in Sebokeng, which was Tuhuputro and Tutotiro. I then went and did another school in Glenvista. I did another school in the south of Glenvista. And then in Meadowlands, I did Tutoluri. And then now I'm at Letulwazi in Postnaras in the East Rand. But all the schools where I have been, it's not like I leave and the relationship with the children still remains. And we bring them to see and know more about what they can do. And every year in September, I go and invite them to come and help with working for the deaf people on what we call the silent walk. So I go to all places where I have been. So I still have a relationship with my kids. And most of them call me, like now, They were calling me from Sebokeng and say, Ma, are you have me forgotten about us? The silent walk is coming. We have to walk in silence to be in the shoes of the deaf community and understand them. We didn't know these things were happening. Over and above all that, we still have what we call the national debate, where all provinces we have debates, and we compete as a province and then compete with all other provinces. And last year, Gauteng came second, Mpumalanga came first, and East London came third. So it's not like we just do a program and we are still part, as provincial coordinators, we are still stuck with those children. And that is what our CEO always reminds us and say, I don't know what I could have done, because you people on the ground have got these kids. You see the problem. You see others that are living in poverty. But Miriam, we tell these kids, don't let the poverty at home define who you are in your future. You have to look and focus and go to school and do the best you can, because you might be the only one that's going to take out your family out of that poverty. So forget about peer pressure. We should forget about friends saying do this. Friends say let's go out and head to the tavern and have anything. Forget about those things. Focus and stay in school, because you'll end up getting a great job and working for yourself. Everything has its time. You will have a car. You will be able to entertain yourself, take yourself out, and have a good time. But all they have their own time. Take time for education. Get educated. You might be the first one at home who's going to be the first person in your whole entire family that goes to university. So make your family proud. Focus, choose well, choose the friends. If you see some of the friends are putting pressure on you to do something, you don't need those people. Then get out.
Exactly.
You don't need them. Stop that relationship. And you rather be alone, be with books. I always say to them, they look at you and say you are stupid. Please stay stupid and finish your education.
Mom Edna, you've just raised a very important points there. People think that poverty defines who they are and who they will be in the future, and that's not the case. What defines you right now is the decisions that you're making at the moment. They will determine your future. If you choose certain friends, those are the friends who are going to determine whether you have a successful future or a bleak future full of misery in a juvenile detention center or in prison, even somewhere, or on the streets. Now, places like El Dorado Park are now plagued by gun violence in schools, and mostly the youth, as well as discord with the police. Now, how can these areas connect with the Safer South Africa Foundation to get assistance with curbing the crime and mobilizing the youth in those areas?
We actually, as you say, Miriam, we did go to El Dorado Park, to the police station, where we met an advocate that sits there, that works with issues and problems of the youth in and around El Dorado Park. And he has told me that, Edna, as soon as you get somebody or somebody who can be a supportive and be a sponsor, so we can reach out the problems and the problems that we have in El Dorado Park. And there has been a cry from a number of people about the problem in El Dorado Park. And that's another focus where I'm looking at it. I get businesses that can come help us so that we can be able to reach most of the schools that we're having issues with in the El Dorado Park area.
All right. And going forward, and for more information, where can people go?
Well, I think they can go and reach us on our social media platforms, as well as logging onto our website, www.Foundation. Then we can be able to communicate with us there, or follow our news. I know that my marketing manager Gauteng has got other platforms. I think we have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I think people will always be able to reach us through those platforms.
All right, and before you go, quickly tell us about the schools that are selected. How are they selected, and what grades or age groups are selected for the program?
In the beginning, as I said to you, that when I went to Sebokeng, in Sebokeng I went. I think you will remember they at Tutopiro. There was a young boy. The two of them were friends, and their parents were friends because of these kids were very close. And then the other one stepped the other one to the death. So I just rushed to that school and just decided to do the program at that school, so I can then bring the children to understand the impact of the materials, or the knives, the scissors, and all those things that sometimes they're thinking that we are playing, like, or maybe do a game, like we are fighting, we are stepping one another. It can end up in a very terrible way, because look what happened to that kid. That kid died. So I went there because there was a youth that was killed by a friend, and a very close friend. So I then looked at another kid that was close to it, which was had problems of kids smoking dacha, and during school hours they will be found in toilets. So I had to do those two schools. Some of the schools we do them because we would have a businesses closer to say, like I have now a relationship and a partnership with the Kleenex Group, that in the area where they have the hospitals, they would like to reach out to all the schools and the youth in that area. So and I would go there and bring all the stakeholders together so that I can do the program in those schools. The children that I'm targeting, I always ask the schools that can I focus on grade 8, 9s, and 10s, because those kids are gonna be at that school for 5 years, so that we touch them when they come as grade 8 into the school, so that then we have children that understand that they need to choose right, they need to focus on schoolwork, they need, rather than the teachers, because grade 8, when they come to high school, they tell themselves they have to be a very arrogant, rude, and so that they can be able to survive at high school, because they don't want to be bullied by the older boys. So they come and they do so much wrong. So that's why I request the school and the principal, please, can I do the grade 8 and grade 9? But most of the time the school will say, I have a few kids in grade 10 and grade 11 that please, I would like you to as well add onto the program. So in Letulwazi, all my learners, they all under 16. They are 13, 14, 15.
Wow. All right, Edna, thank you so much for your time and for enlightening us on the Communities and Justice Program. Hopefully we can see more change in other communities and other schools as well going forward. And I know it will come, because there is something like this program in place, because if there wasn't, then we would be sitting with another pandemic that we have to deal with, which we currently are, of gender-based violence. So thank you so much for your time, and I wish you well tomorrow at the awards ceremony. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Miriam. Thank you for inviting us. Next time, what will happen is we will select even to the schools that we've been, even if the kids have moved on to university, for them just to come with you to the studio, sit there with you and tell you what is it that changed in them after they went through.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
exactly.
you so much.
Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Miriam.
And that was Edna Mamonyane, the Gauteng Provincial Coordinator of the Safer South Africa Foundation, taking us through the Communities and Justice Program, a very necessary program that they have going on. And she's a Gauteng Provincial Coordinator. There are others in other provinces as well. So you can go to their website and look out for your province, depending on where you are, if you're not in Gauteng. And you can send us your comments, questions, queries, or suggestions to our WhatsApp on 061 766 0355. And we will gladly put you in touch with all the relevant stakeholders, or just give you the information that we have that we can share. It is 11:31. You are listening to the Mid-Morning Talk on Salam Media with me, Mari Mukonda. We will be right back.